Hello, group isolators, or ginsters, as I might start calling us. So, for most of us, it's week 2 of this journey of ours, a journey that doesn't involve going very far. Perhaps this is the point where the novelty of the sort of action stations of week 1 wears off and we realise we're in it for the long haul. I hope you're bedding into some semblance of routine and structure that will see you through this. And hopefully, over time, our little daily group isolation network audio releases will start to become incorporated into your routines. If you missed Friday's release, just scroll down my SoundCloud feed where you found this one. Check it out. You can find a little perspective on Spanish self-isolation, our regular freelancer focus, and Future on Film, our little cinematic feature. More on that in a second. Today is just a very short public service announcement from me, which is kind of the opposite of my intention for this, because it's mostly going to be my voice and not anyone else's, and really I want this to be about you, the network. So I am laying down a couple of challenges for you, my Ginster friends. Challenge the first. Right, I want you to think about a sound that brings you joy. And it has to be a sound that you're able to capture in your current predicament. And so the idea is that you record that sound and you send it to me. If you think of it like this, if you could spread any sound around the world, if you could spread something positive around the world in audio form and have it inspire the same feelings of joy for others as it does for you, what would that sound be? You know, this could be the waves of the sea, which obviously requires you living near the sea, or the kettle boiling, which requires you having a kettle, slightly less limiting. I really don't mind. Please send me in any sound that brings you joy. And this is a bit of an ongoing gin project. So let's see what comes in. Separately, our weekly topic is bizarre cupboard curios. So this is inspired by the fact that I was looking for some tonic water and found a very old bottle of German mulled wine, Glühwein, I believe it's known as. I say German, the labelling on the back was all in Polish, Slovak and Hungarian. So I want you to see if you can top, I'm sure you can top that. Try and produce the strangest or most obscure back of the cupboard item. I'll accept back of the wardrobe, back of the drawers, but front of house on display items are strictly forbidden. So Brent and Tina, no wooden duck. We all know about that wooden duck. That's not a back of the cupboard item eligible for this competition. So those are your challenges. There's one other way you can interact with the show this week if you so desire. So Jonathan Fuge, our resident cinema critic, he is keen on helping me and helping you discover new films while you're cooped up indoors. So each week on our Friday show, he's assigning me a film to watch. I'd like you to join me if you so desire in watching these films. It's just a silly little way of, just exposing ourselves into something new. It might not be new for you, by the way. He might say something that you've already seen. I obviously can't control that. So here's John assigning me this week's task.
So, have you ever seen the film Demolition Man?
I have not.
Fantastic. Watch that.
Okay.
This is a big action movie. It's got Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes in it, and it has been trending lately because of coronavirus. Because basically what happens is Sylvester Stallone is cryogenically frozen, and then he wakes up in the future, and in the future there's a real aversion to physical contact and everything's very sterile. They don't use toilet paper anymore.
Ha.
They use something called the 3 seashells. So for those reasons, it's been trending a lot on Twitter and the like. So I want you to watch that.
So the film is Demolition Man. If you want to watch it, it's available on YouTube for a few quid. I watched it last night, and I can tell you there's quite a few amusing little parallels that you can identify between the film universe that Sylvester Stallone inhabits and our sort of COVID-19 existence. So me and John will be talking about that on Friday's show. And yeah, I mean, maybe this can become a bit like a book club. Maybe you can sort of send me your thoughts on Demolition Man or any of our future films and let us know what you think. So to recap, your options are: record a sound of something that brings you joy, tell me about a bizarre item at the back of your cupboard, watch Demolition Man and let me know your thoughts, or any combination of the above. And I'm happy. I'm on hand to help if you've got any issues with recording yourself. Yeah, it's all real easy. So just let me know if you've got anything there. So those are my main items for this week, but I do want to encourage you to sort of treat this as your community notice board, really. I mean, I'm happy to pin up any audio notice you may have. It could be a service you're offering, an event you're running, questions or queries you just have for the wider community. Maybe you're struggling with some element of self-isolation that you think our audience might be able to help with. And we're also thinking about artists contributing performances, songs, readings, poetry, scenes from plays. I'm up for any and every one of these ideas. So please do, get in touch if you just have any thoughts. And on the community notice board front, here are today's notices.
Let's get it done. Feet up, feet down. Let's get it.
Jack Dimes is upgrading his remote workout sessions from every other day to every day. So, yep, that's 1 p.m. on the nose every Monday to Friday. I did today's, I have to say. It makes you feel remarkably better afterwards. All you need is a little bit of room in your house to do a few exercises, say just a couple of steps in front, a couple of steps behind, and to the side is probably sufficient. He delivers the sessions through Facebook Live. But they're open to all, so if you don't know Jack, do get in touch with me via social media, and we can arrange it so you can join. If you don't know me, unlikely, but have a look in the SoundCloud just description of this show, and I'll put links in there. The Monday Mind Bender is an online pub quiz hosted by Rob Eagleston. Now, I'm looking at the clock, and he's about to host it in 53 minutes, so the odds of you hearing this ahead of the time are fairly long, I guess. But I understand it's going to be, or there's a chance it's going to be, a regular thing. So I'll keep you posted on that. But the quiz, it's taking place, in case you do happen to hear this in time, it's taking place in the Community Brains side room on Zoom. If that means nothing to you, again, look in the show notes on SoundCloud for this episode, or get in touch with me, and I'm happy to explain more. Finally,
Happy birthday to you.
is this the worst rendition of Happy Birthday ever?
Happy birthday, dear Jonathan. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, with love and kisses to Jonathan Johnny B. Barker, who is 35 today. If you are wondering, that's what it sounds like when 12 people try and sing in unison through remote conferencing. I wonder if, as more and more birthdays start happening over the course of our isolated days, whether we can improve on that, or whether they will just continue on that same trajectory. I feel there is definitely scope for improvement. Right, all from me. Thank you, everyone. You should hear from me tomorrow, but just to emphasize that the success of this show does rely on interaction with yourselves. So please do get cracking on those challenges. Right, much love. Don't panic. Stay safe and stay healthy.